I'm going to take you to the Head of Steam Darlington Railway Museum. It was in Darlington the first steam railway was placed and built. Welcome to the Head of Steam Darlington Railway Museum. This is the proposed look of the museum in 2025. This is Herbert Wolff. He is one of the main figures behind the making of this railway museum. This plate, called the Clarence Railway Plate, was made by Stoke-on-Trent for the 150th anniversary of the Stockton and Darlington Railway in 1975. These maps show the development of Darlington throughout the years. This one tells of Darlington's early years. This one describes the growth of a market town, which is Darlington. And this one shows from a market town to an industrial centre. An artist named John Wigston drew this lovely painting using watercolours. This map shows the history of North Road Station. Did you know this was the first station to be built in Darlington? I will later take you to North Road Station to see the lovely tracks. This is the old train track used many years ago. That shows the formal opening of the Stockton and Darlington Railway. This happened on the 27th of September 1825. Look at how old and rusty these train tracks are. They must be more than 150 years old. trunks were used by people to stock their clothes and other items in during a train journey. This is one of the most oldest engines used. This label reads, "This engine was built in 1845 for the Stockton and Darlington Railway Company by A. Kitchener, founder of the Wesso Ltd, Darlington, and subsequently purchased by MESSRS Peace for use on their private lines. Presented to the North Eastern Railway Company by MESSRSP and partners. This happened on March 1898. Look at this train. The wheels are extremely large. Nowadays, the wheels are much smaller than the ones displayed here. In modern trains, all of the wheels are of even sizes. However, this train's wheels are of different sizes. This is much larger than the wheel here. Some of the wheels are even, but not all of them. 1970, Lynn Wilson wondered whether a reproduction of the Locomotion 1 could be rebuilt. However, a few years later, Michael Sato, a qualified mechanical engineer, dedicated his time and expertise to create a working replica of Locomotion 1. It took 27 months to build the engine and the tender. Over more than 40 organizations took part. From here, you can look at an old engine of a train. There are labels describing what each part is and what they were used for.
What do you say? Ridley?
From here, you can look inside into a carriage. This shows old trains and railroads for visitors to admire. On the opposite side, you can see the North Road station. At the moment, a train is passing by. This is North Road Station. It was the first station we built in Darlington. As you can imagine, it is very old. It is over 150 years old. There is a clear difference between olden day trains and modern trains. Modern trains are much quicker, comfortable, smaller in size, and they are run by electricity, petrol and diesel. Olden day trains were run using steam, which meant you had to use charcoal. You can imagine how challenging and hard that must have been for the driver. I hope you learned a lot by visiting this museum with me. Thank you for watching this video.